Hey guys, Gedde with Georgia Firing Line. Today we're going to talk about the Phlster Floodlight and why it's one of the coolest holsters you'll find in the store. The Phlster Floodlight is available in both an inside the waistband and outside the waistband configuration, and it will accept any service, duty, or full-size pistol that will accept the appropriate light that the holster accepts. Today we're looking at the one that's cut for the Surefire X300. So what that means is any full-size pistol or compact pistol that will accept the Surefire X300 will work in this holster. The only exception being if you have to have a third-party mount on the gun to take the light, like a USP. That's the only exemption really that we've found. And for anybody who's worried about the comfort of an inside the waistband appendix holster, the back side of the holster that's on you is flat enough to accept a wedge, which is a huge increase of comfort. And speaking of the back side of the holster, if we flip this around, we see that there's mounting holes for left-handed options. Finally, my left-handed friends, someone cares enough to make a holster for you. We've outfitted a multitude of pistols. Some of the most popular include the CZ line, the HK VP9s, Canic even, or Smith & Wessons and Glocks, of course. But any service pistol with a Surefire X300 fits in this holster and it retains it appropriately. On the surface, it's a Kydex holster with shock cord set for retention. If you need more or less retention, you can adjust the shock cord accordingly. They come out of the package with a concealment wing pre-installed from the factory, and you have the choice of either using these clips or using loops. It's up to your preference. So just real quick to demonstrate the flexibility of the Floodlight, we're going to show you how it works in real time. So what we have again is the Phlster Floodlight for the Surefire X300. So I'm going to grab the clips with 2 fingers as I guide the holster into my waistband. Get it behind the belt into the waistband, and I'm going to pry those clips up and over my belt. And you're going to hear them snap in when it finds itself in place. So the first of the 3 demos that we're going to show right now is a Glock 19. Now this is a blue gun, but we're still going to treat it as if it is a real firearm. Surefire X300 clipped onto the front. So I'm going to carefully reveal my cover garment, open my hip so I can look into the holster, and I'm going to guide it into the holster. We do that carefully because you don't want to slam the gun into the holster because that's dangerous. Now off camera to my right, I have a IPSC target, and what I'm going to do is I have a par time set on my timer here for 1 second. So you're going to hear a beep and a second beep. So by the second beep, I need to have this gun out and oriented to my target with either my front sight or my red dot in vision with my finger prepped on the trigger. That's what we're going to call a good rep. So up first, we have the Glock 19 with the Surefire X300. Stand by. Okay, that's a good solid rep. We're going to get two for each gun. Feels good. Now, this is probably the least impressive because everybody carries Glocks, so of course the Glocks are going to fit. But what about something considerably larger? How about a CZ Shadow 2 with a Trijicon SRO on top? I clip the Surefire onto it, double check my chamber, make sure we're empty, and now just like before, I'm going to carefully guide this gun into my holster, opening at the hips and sending it home. Now this is a full-framed pistol that's sitting in this holster right now. So we're going to do the same thing. Par time set to 1 second. I need to have the dot in my vision on target, finger prepped on the trigger. The par time is going to be 1 second, so I'm pushing myself. Stand by. Solid. Okay, there's 1. Prepped on the trigger, dot is in line. We've seen a rather large gun functioning with this holster very well. Now we're going to look at one of the most popular guns that we have that's oftentimes hard to find a holster for, and that's the HK VP9. So I take my Surefire, slide it onto the top, seat it, double check my chamber, we are cleared, and I'm going to guide it into the holster, just like so. Okay, now we're going to get a couple reps on this one as well. Par time is 1 second. Stand by. Came by quick on that one. That also felt good. So I hope that this little demo in this video have helped to illustrate why we're so excited about this style of holster with the Floodlight, because for everybody out there who carries a gun that's not standard, now you have an option for your weapon light without having to go to a custom manufacturer, having to pay a premium and having to wait longer. It also bears mentioning that the Floodlights come out of the box ready to accept a red dot pistol, which is huge. So I hope you liked this little demonstration. If you did, please tell us in the comments below what you think about it. And if you'd like to get your hands on one, make sure you come by Georgia Firing Line. We have them in stock in the store for the Surefire X300. You can also look at them online at shop.gafiringline.com. In the meantime, my name is Gedde. Be safe.